What's up? What's up? All right. Printer is printing. Flux capacitor is fluxing. Let's see. Okay, 6:30. So I can get rid of. Just catching up. I had an hour and a half basically of shows. We started at 4:30 show, today. What time does that go through? 6:30. Okay, so that's done. So there's this one. Now there's storms. Now, if you live in Lancaster County, heads up, folks. It is about to get a little nasty. See that storm right there? Headed right towards Lincoln. 6:15, 6:15. Okay. Mankato. I have my dad and his girlfriend have property in Mankato. Okay, Logan, hi. Samuel, good to see you. Ashley, good evening. Nebraska man, good to see you. M&C, skies do look nasty. J Tay Tay, good to see you. Bryson, hi. Jackson, Kevin, Creativity by Trisha, Joshua, that poor printer. I'm almost out of ink. I might just have to turn it off. Sarcasm for Youth. Wondered where you were. I have TV. I've got an actual job first. See, not everyone pointed their fans in the right direction. True. Glow, good to see you. Jolene, Jill, Erica, everybody. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Tanner, good to see you. What's this? Hail, Dodge County near Hupper, 1.75 inches. So, okay. I'm hoping that this tornadoes, someone's asking if there's tornadoes towards Lincoln. We're in a tornado watch, so it's possible. It's through 9 p.m. So let's just kind of $50 size hail. Okay, I gotta get my shows all fixed here too. So hang on. You know what? I'm going to do something different here. I'm going to go up to a different spot, pick this out, and we're going to use this one. Okay.
Good?
I'm live on YouTube.
Oh.
What can I do for you?
Do you need me to stay?
No, I'm good. Thank you. So we have two warnings out there right now. One just northwest of Omaha, and then one the southeastern corner in Richardson County. Oh, there's two. I didn't see that. So there's this one right there, which is Burt Dodge in Washington. That one right there, Dodge Douglas Saunders in Washington. And then this one right here, Richardson County. That's for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. And then the storm in and around Lincoln, not severe. Everybody's worried about it, asking if there's rotation or tornadoes or anything. So let's take a look. See, the thing with thunderstorms is they do have, I mean, they're thunderstorms, so the winds are going all over the place. You need a tight couplet. So you're seeing that there's the winds are going in different directions, but I don't see a tight couplet. You need like a small area like that, and I'm not seeing that. Very broad, very unorganized. So things are swirling in there, but it's not consistent with rotation. Tornado watch until 9 p.m. Oh, there we go. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to do a severe thunderstorm warning cut in. I wondered. Okay. Severe thunderstorm warning for southern Lancaster County. And it's for south. Okay, so it doesn't really include the capital city, but it's close. But we're going to do a cut in anyway. fails. I have to track everybody down. Okay, so severe thunderstorm warning does just right on the edge of Lincoln. And you're now seeing the behind the scenes. Okay. I'm ready whenever you guys are. Let me do this. Let me do this. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, yep, that's it. Okay. Yep, hit the live button. Here we go. Hi everyone, Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins looking at a severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County, just barely on the northern edge. Is where Lincoln is at of this severe thunderstorm warning. So the information from the National Weather Service, southern Lancaster County is under a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15. At 6:35, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles northwest of Sprague, and that's, I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what I'm talking about here. That's way down here. And it is, that's 11 miles southwest of Lincoln, moving east at 15 miles per hour. So this is kind of a slow mover. But it does slice right through the capital city, and you can see the southern half will likely see the stronger part of the storm rather than the northern half. Now, the potential here is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail as this moves to the east. Now, here's what it looks like as it moves to the east. It is about 20 to 25 miles per hour. It's about to make its way across Highway 77 now as it churns its way. Now, this, let's take a look at some of the cameras, because I'm assuming this is a good-looking storm unless we're already rain-wrapped, which is a very real possibility. But let's take a look at first the Hunt of Lincoln one. That's pointed southwest, and this is usually a pretty good look at the storm. Does have a pretty some lowering going on, which is typical of some of the stronger storms, but I don't see anything that screams severe weather, screams tornado warning to me. So that's a little bit of good news there. Allocam, we'll take a look at that one here real quick, and just an ominous looking sky as these storms kind of roll through. So if you're just joining us once again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County. It goes until 7:15, so it's a solid half hour left on this severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm going to stick with everybody here on air, and then we'll get you back to your regular programming. But we have this severe thunderstorm warning. We've been seeing them all day. We've had tornado warnings in some spots. Pawnee County had a tornado warning. There was a confirmed one just east of Columbus earlier this afternoon. So definitely the potential is there for a tornado to form. Now, this does look like, it looks more like just winds in excess of 60 miles per hour and maybe some hail the size of quarters. So this would be the lower end of a severe thunderstorm warning, but we're watching it, monitoring it just in case. So at 6:35, the severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles northwest of Sprague, 11 miles southwest of Lincoln, and 11 miles southwest of Lincoln looks like this. About right there. So it's this area right there, and that is that little pink dot between Lincoln and Crete is where the potential for hail and damaging wind going to be. So that is moving east. It's kind of a slow mover, about 15 miles per hour due east as it crosses ever so slowly across Highway 77. Let's I'm going to put this into motion for you real quick so you can see where it's at, what it's doing. And we're going to I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. And I want to make sure that there just isn't any rotation with this, because storms are never stationary. They just kind of do what they want to do, and we need to make sure that there's no rotation within this. And nothing jumps out to me with that one. Let me get a different look. There's storms do this. They try to go in different directions, but nothing is like a tight couplet. But it is worth watching, because there's green inside of red. So I'm going to see what the National Weather Service says, because they're watching it as well, but they don't have to be on TV. So let's see what they're saying. Let's see, they have storm spotters out. So the Lancaster County has their storm spotters out, which means they are watching this closely. And that when those storm spotters are out, there's lots of people all over Lancaster County watching this storm intensely. So if they see anything, we will know immediately. So it's a good thing about living in Lancaster County, is we are well protected with all of the very professional storm spotters, and that whole crew is just amazing. So if you're just joining us, I want to reiterate the severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County, the southern half of Lancaster County. So basically split Lincoln in half, and everything south of there is under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. It's moving east slowly at about 15 miles per hour. Expecting this to be around southern Lincoln, the southern half of the capital city, around 6:50. So about 5 to 7 minutes left on that. And when you put it into motion, that kind of makes sense. You can see it's moving into Lincoln now, but the strongest part of the storm is this down here. See those pink splotches right there? That tells me that there's hail within that. So the southern half of the capital city, and then south of 77 towards Saltillo, maybe Hickman a little bit, Bennett, you're likely going to see some of this storm hail. Definitely a possibility as this moves to the east. So we've been watching this storm for about the last 45 minutes to an hour, and it wasn't severe until just a few minutes ago. Let's see, Air Park got about a half an inch of rain so far. The rain's coming down heavy, quickly. Let's take a look at Southeast Community College. Nothing there yet. Allocam. Nothing there yet. Let's look at our Barry Law camera. Getting some good flashes of lightning on that one. Just had a noose. Let's see. Nope. But you can see the heavy rain. I believe this is pointed southwest. Speaking of southwest, we can look at the Honda of Lincoln cam. And that is pointed southwest. So I think this is basically a good old-fashioned thunderstorm. And we do have the severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County until 7:15. I'm going to zoom out and look and see. There is a couple other severe thunderstorm warnings. There's this one down here towards Richardson County. So that right there, severe thunderstorm warning for Richardson County. Quarter-size hail possible with that one as it moves east at 20 miles per hour. So I'll stick with you just a little bit longer as this storm starts to move through southern Lancaster County and the southern half of the capital city. That severe thunderstorm warning is in place for part of Lincoln. So I'll stick with you guys just a little bit longer as this slowly but surely moves to the east. We got 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. And this is just one of those days. We have a tornado watch in place for the eastern the eastern quarter of the state of Nebraska. There was an update. You can see the hail starting to move a little closer to Highway 77. So anywhere along and south of the city of Lincoln, that's where the more dangerous part of this storm is located. But here's your tornado watch. And we're not alone either. Look at how far this thing goes. It goes all the way to Dallas. So we're part of a storm system that goes from basically northeast Nebraska all the way down to Dallas, including Oklahoma, Kansas, western Missouri, and into parts of Iowa. So this is a rather potent and large storm system. So Lancaster County until 7:15, severe thunderstorm warning in place. And going to look at the velocity one more time. It's just too broad of rotation. There's a little bit in there, but it's just not near enough close to each other for there to be anything. So that's the good news there. This is what the storm looks like as we put it into motion. It is quickly moving from west to east, and I say quickly relatively. It's actually kind of slow. It's about 20 miles per hour, but it won't take long to get across Highway 77 and through the capital city. So this is a warning that's in place for Lancaster County for basically quarter-size hail. And the places that are going to see quarter-size hail are likely the rural areas. You can see those little pockets of pink right there. Yeah, right there, and right there. Probably seeing anywhere from penny to nickel-size hail and maybe a quarter-size hail every now and then. But this heavy rain is going to start to move into the capital city shortly. I can hear it on our roof right now. And our storm spotter guy for Lancaster County just showed up. You'll see him back here shortly. Let's see if there's any new information from the National Weather Service, and it does not look like it. So zooming out. So Lancaster County is basically on the very southern edge of that storm system. It moves all the way up to Fremont and then into northeastern Nebraska, headed towards Tacoma and West Point. And then it kind of cuts in half, and then there's another blob down here towards Table Rock and Falls City that has severe storms associated with it as well. So I'll stick with you guys for just a few more minutes as the storm kind of winds its way across Highway 77. And then we'll get you back to programming. So it goes until the severe thunderstorm warning does go until 7:15. So there's the tornado watch that goes through 9 p.m. And let me see if I can get some new information here. Okay, so here is, I'm not really getting any new information, but this does look like we could see a little bit of hail right here between Denton and Lincoln. So if you're on West Denton Road or West Van Dorn, basically the southwestern corner of the capital city, that's probably where you're most likely going to see the hail. And that's kind of where Channel 8 is located, and I'm starting to hear hail on our roof. It's not a lot, it's just one or two. So hopefully if you have tender vegetation, you'll have that all covered up. Yep, I'm starting to hear hail now in southwest Lincoln. We're right about here, and I can hear the hail. And the rain is starting to get heavier. So there's your hail threat right there. Anytime you start to see that pink show up, that is likely where you're going to be seeing the hail. And that's trying to move into the southern half of the city of Lincoln. Um, So severe thunderstorm warning does include the city of Lincoln. I mean, it's basically the southern half of Lincoln. Does include other cities. Like, you know what, I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit and we'll go through some of the towns and cities. Sprague, Hickman, just on the edge, Roca, Saltillo, Bennett, not quite, but it's close. Panama, close. North High School, just to the north of you. City of Lincoln. Now, the Lincoln Airport, probably seeing some very heavy rain. And there was an update right there, so I'm going to see. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:15. It's located 4 miles south of Pioneers Park. That's 8 miles southwest of the city of Lincoln. So basically, the strongest part of the storm is this down here. That right there, especially that pink spot there, just east of Denton. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail are possible with this storm. And it's moving ever so slowly. It's moving east at 15 miles per hour. It probably won't get into the actual southern portions of Lincoln or southeast Lincoln until about 6:55 to 7 p.m. So hopefully we can avoid the hail and avoid any rotation. Sometimes with storms like this, if we do see any kind of rotation, it's usually on the very end, right here. So the stronger part of the storm right there is going to cross through the southern half of the city of Lincoln. It's crossing Highway 77 now, and then it just kind of abruptly ends right here, just east of Crete. Now sometimes you can see it kind of snap and spin on that very southwestern corner. So that I'm keeping a really close eye on that just in case, as is the National Weather Service. In fact, I do want to see if they're saying anything new. And it doesn't look like it, so that's good. No news is good news. So we'll give this a few more minutes as this storm makes its way across the city of Lincoln, and then we'll get you back to programming here shortly. And if you are just tuning in, that is the severe thunderstorm warning. And this is until 7:15. So we got about another 15 or 20 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning for the capital city. Quarter-size hail, which I might have heard 1 or 2 pieces of hail hit the TV station here just a little bit ago, and now it's just rain, which, yes, please. And then some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and usually I can feel the station groan when wind hits it, and I really haven't heard that, so I'm cautiously optimistic. The one thing though that's keeping me on air is see this right here, the 261,539 people this is affecting. So just want to make sure everybody knows what's going on as this storm moves from west to east. Here's the radar loop over the last hour. Zoom in here just a little bit. Starting to really move across Highway 77 now towards Centerville, Saltillo, just west of Hickman. And I think now that this is moving into the city, I want to take a look at some of the cameras. So it's coming down very heavy. This is in southwest Lincoln, pointed towards the state pen. So this is looking south. A lot of heavy rain. This is, that's a good looking shot. This is Honda of Lincoln, 27th and Yankee Hill Road. I'm not sure which way we're looking. I think looking towards Coles. So I think that's looking due south. Then the Allocam. Heavy rain moving through downtown Lincoln now. This probably won't take long, and I'm not really seeing any severe weather, but just sticking with you a little bit longer. And it doesn't even look like it started raining at 84th and O in Southeast Community College. Isn't that something? So there's your severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County until 7:15. So about 15 minutes left on that. And here's your radar loop over the last hour. Solid thunderstorm. I mean, it's severe, just barely, but you know, you're looking at some quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Zooming out, looks like that severe thunderstorm warning for Richardson County has been allowed to expire. A couple more severe thunderstorm warnings just north of Omaha there, and then this one in southern Lancaster County. So not really expecting much out of this. I'm going to zoom in here real quick and show you that it is now moving right into downtown Lincoln. And as this storm moves into Lincoln, I have been hearing some hail, maybe some pea-size hail, nickel-size hail, maybe quarter-size hail. We're going to kind of do a little investigative work here and see if there's any rotation. And it doesn't really look like it. It's trying, but it's not the right kind of setup. It's almost too linear of a storm. So that's to be honest, that's good news. Oh, looks like they canceled it. So that's good news. There is no more severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County. So to all the television viewers, I'm going to send you back to programming. I am live streaming on YouTube, so if you want to keep continuing to watch, I'll be over there. So please keep it tuned to Channel 8. We'll keep you up to date. Just so you know, I'm streaming on YouTube. So. Okay, hi YouTubers. Sorry, I was doing a TV thing. That's my actual real job. Let's see. All right, so if you asked questions earlier, I probably won't be able to, unless I go back here a little bit. Anybody acting up? Let's see, Logan. Thank you, Logan. W in the chat for that. Appreciate it. I was on TV, so I wasn't able to see that right away. Appreciate that. So yeah, we've. This is just a good solid soaker now. Look at that. So from Wahoo up towards Blair down to Lincoln, good, nice thunderstorm coming down in buckets. I can hear it on the roof. It's just. All right. Well. And you know what's really awesome is my coworker, Annie, got me this. Let's see, any chance the tornado watch ends early? It's only 2 hours left in the watch, so I think what they'll do is they usually, as the line of storms moves to the east and there's no more threat, they just kind of cancel the counties as the storm moves away from it. That's probably what'll happen. No rain in far southeast Lincoln yet. Thanks, Jim. Wondered about that. I need to make my son a moderator. Too much peanut butter. Let's see. No normal thunderstorm then. Yeah, normal thunderstorm. I've never had a big cup. I'm very interested to try it. I do like Reese's, so there you go. 200 calories though. Jeez. Let's see. Coming towards Eagle. It is. It is. Glad you say that, AJ. I appreciate that. Storm has passed over 27th and Yankee Hill. Started to rain. No wind. No hail. That's good. That's good. Yeah, we may see more storms later on. Models have like another line developing around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Non-severe, but still, it's a chance. Did you get a $10 ice cream fund donation? I did. I saw that. I did, and I thanked him. That was way up here. Yeah, Logan. Logan got. Okay, Kevin, that's a storm spotter. The Lancaster County Emergency Management, they have spotters all over Lancaster County, and they send one person to a radio station, one person to a TV station, all the different stations, and then they just listen. And whenever a report comes in, he writes it down and then tells, that way I know. I'll never forget the first time I knew the Hallam tornado was happening. It was because of the storm spotter. They had written down that half the town of Hallam was gone. And I'm like, oh my God. Downpouring at Warlick Boulevard. Good to know. No hail. Yeah, I think the hail potential is pretty much done. Still some heavy rain though. Kevin, thank you. Appreciate that. W in the chat. Jilly Bean, I gotta text my daughter. She's gonna have she's gonna have ice cream coming out of her ears. Oh, another Daniel. You guys. I'm gonna have to stop telling her about this, otherwise she's gonna have way too much ice cream. She says W in the chat. National Weather Service made a new report circling the area of Northeast and saying the tornado possibility is still definitely there. Yeah, that's why I'm still here. I definitely think that we're not out of the woods yet. But I think the good news is once this line moves through, that should be about it. I got it. Hang on. Boop. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Is there a chance of this becoming stronger? Always a chance. Always. That's weather for you. Do I think this tornado watch might be canceled an hour early before the time it's supposed to be canceled? I don't think so. I think they'll I think they'll cancel it from west to east, but they won't just cancel all of it all at once. They don't really do that. Is there any way I would be able to shadow you? Want to go into meteorology? This is kind of a bad time to shadow. Maybe when things quiet down, we could do something. Send an email to me or the station, and we can figure things out. Need to make an ice cream shop in the Channel 8 building. No, that's a bad idea. So I don't see any severe weather except up here, north of Omaha. Everything else, between Tacoma and Missouri Valley, everything else is just a solid thunderstorm. This is extending a little bit. See how it's reaching down towards Wilbur? So this will probably continue to make its way south and build a little bit. It's not severe, but it's... no, it's not a hook, Jose. I am hearing some hail once again. That little pink spot right there. A little bit of hail going on as it crosses Highway 77. I'm getting good at putting people into timeout, by the way. So, yeah, he's been put into timeout, you guys. It's okay, got it covered. Let's see. We can look at velocity. It's gonna show a little rotation, just because that's what this storm has been doing, but it's so disorganized. There's just nothing out there to tell me that anything is a tight rotation threatening a tornado. I mean, even this a little bit is kind of rotation between Crete and Hickman along West Sprague Road, but it's not enough. I mean, there's just not enough there. Let me get a different velocity. Yeah, see, when you look at this, I mean, there's that. Just, it's too broad. There's just not, doesn't have what it needs. Rain has lightened up at Air Park. Thank you. Bestie. Maybe I'll have tryouts. Give everybody a chance to be the moderator. It is northwest of Saltillo rotation. There's rotation in there, but it's nothing concerning. It's just not. So that's the good news. I'm going to, there's a different look. Yeah, look how that storm just grew. See that right there? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's true, Naomi. You got a point. Oh, I'm still just a small little YouTube station. What's the worst storm you've ever seen since being a meteorologist? That was the Hallam one, and then the Arbor Day one last year. The Hallam one, though, was the largest tornado on record, 2.5 miles wide. The Arbor Day one wasn't, but... So, here's kind of a wide look at this. This is always fun to do. So basically you have all the way like this, and then it comes back around to there. But we've got just this right here, which is another band. Thanks, Morgan S. Morgan Grop, yeah, it was crazy. Hallam was bananas. Cheyenne, your cousin lived in Hallam. Yeah, that was, it was a twin tornado. That was in Pilger, which is not in our DMA, so I didn't have to worry about that one as much, but I did watch it from afar. Well, the storms weakened by the time they hit Omaha. They're kind of going to stay where they're at right now for the next several hours. Snowing in the Black Hills? Yes, it is. I have family that live out there. So yeah, I think this storm is going to continue to fill in like that. Very strong in Southwest Lincoln right now. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm in Southwest Lincoln too. Flood advisory, probably. It's kind of a slow moving storm. Flood advisories are kind of your slow motion storms, or slow motion flood advisory. Let's see. Yep, there's your flood advisory. So your flood advisory right there. Let's see, minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. Heavy rain due to thunderstorms. 1 inch of rain has fallen. Rainfall amounts 1 to 3 inches expected over the area. So for you, I'll believe it when I see it, people. There you go. Additional rain will result in minor flooding. So this isn't the flash flood. This isn't like the really dangerous thing. It's just basically low places that usually see flooding, probably going to see flooding. Oops. Let's see. Not much at 84th and Q. Give it a minute. It's still making its way that way. Decent rain in Waverly. Good, Tim. Can you zoom in on the neighborhoods? I can, but then only like that. I mean, yeah, I can. Liquid Wet Retro. Always good to see you, Jim. Always Twitter Jim. Twitter Jim is one of the reasons I'm on Twitter still. Monsoon on 14th and Old Cheney. What are our chances for tornadoes? Not zero. Not high, but not zero. Look at that heavy rain. Look at this. Jeez. So basically between 27th and Pine Lake to 56th and Pioneers, that's there's probably some hail in there. Look at that. Their darkest elite, there's still more. We could see another line of storms develop overnight. Non-severe, but it's still just a chance. One 1.5 inch reported southwest Lincoln. Good to know. Thank you, Zach. Oop, now it's stopping in southwest Lincoln. None of this is severe though, you guys. So this is such beneficial rainfall. This is exactly what, if you want rain, like if you have yards, if you have, anything that needs rain, perfect. Yeah, we can go through the live cameras again, might as well. That's some heavy rain right there. I was after work last night, which was about 1:30 in the morning when I was driving home. I could barely see the road in front of me. It was amazing how heavy that rain was. Ooh, look at that, you guys. Hey, chat, check this one out. That's cool. That is really cool. Huh. And then Southeast Community College. Oh, they did cancel a couple of the tornado watch counties. So let's see, they canceled Antelope, Boone, Colfax, Madison, Pierce, Platte, Stanton, Butler, Dodge, Saline, and Seward. So they got rid of a lot of it. I'm going to go back to that Allocam. Allocam that's my favorite shot. It really is. That's just so cool. Probably not tonight, Erica. Oh, there's another severe thunderstorm warning, though. Hang on, let me get back there. So, severe thunderstorm warning for east central Lancaster County. There you go. That's that thing we were looking at. Does include the city of Lincoln again. It's for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Chris, thank you. I will tell my daughter. Hang on, let's see if I can get a W in the chat. W in the chat. Okay, we're going to do a quick cut in, friends. Friends, we are going to do a severe weather cut-in again. It is 78 degrees in here. All right, whenever you guys are ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is our storm spotter, easy breezy. No, Erica, it is not. Whenever you guys are ready. Hi everyone, meteorologist Rusty Dawkins looking at severe weather update one more time. A severe thunderstorm warning for east central Lancaster County, as well as northwestern Odo and southwestern Cass County. A severe thunderstorm was located 3 miles south of Holmes Lake Park, or 6 miles southeast of Lincoln, moving east at 15 miles per hour. So this has slowly been churning away across the southern edge of the city of Lincoln. And it's now making its way along Old Cheney and moving east, probably headed towards Eagle, maybe Bennett a little bit. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail a possibility with this storm. So we have, again, a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Lancaster County. Does include parts of the city of Lincoln. In fact, I'll zoom in for you a little bit and show you exactly which area. Let me stop there you go. So basically from between Yankee Hill and Pine Lake, so along Highway 2, and then kind of south of there, so the southern edge of the city of Lincoln. And then if you go over here to Lincoln East and over to 27th, if you do like 27th and south, that's got some hail in there too. But this area of pink right here, you're looking at between 27th and 70th along Highway 2 and south. So if you're familiar with the southern edge of the capital city, that's basically where the highest risk is for severe weather, for hail anyway. Now this is moving east barely at 15 miles per hour, so there is some localized flooding going on, and some areas, Pine Lake, Lincoln Christian, Lincoln Christian High School. Those are the two things in the way of that. But did you notice the way that storm kind of moved there? It's not moving this way. It's more moving this way. So if you live in East Lincoln, along Old Cheney, and then areas towards O Street, that's probably where that pocket of heavier rain and hail is headed. Now, I don't think it's big hail, as it was going through the station here in Southwest Lincoln. It didn't sound very big at all, but it was a lot of rain and some small hail. But the potential is there for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So just kind of wanted to give everybody an update. Didn't want to interrupt programming too long because this is just kind of on the lower edge of the severe weather. But once again, a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Lancaster County, northwestern Odo, and southwestern Cass until 8 p.m. So keep it tuned to Channel 8. We'll keep you up to date. Any information?
They're watching that area real close.
Yeah.
The big area.
Okay.
A lot of concern there.
For hail or rotation?
For, yeah, mostly rotation.
Mm,
but
okay.
There's nothing so far spotted.
Okay.
All eyes are on it.
Okay, well, good. Storm spotter here is, what's your name?
Jim,
Jim. Jim back here is telling me, he's waving, that they're watching this pink shaded area very closely. So that's good to know. And you know what, let's just, let's take a look at it. I don't see anything there, so that's good. Nothing there either. There's just not a good setup for rotation, so that's not going to work. Yeah, not seeing anything there for the velocity. So that's good news. I mean, this is basically the potential for 60-mile-per-hour straight winds and maybe some hail. So there's that warning, and we're still watching. You know what? I'm going to change up the radar here. There we go. So now that strong storm is basically east of College View, headed towards crossed 84th, now headed towards and out of the capital city. So that's probably about it. Jim, you're right. Zooming out, and let me put it into motion here. I mean, look at this area right here. Watch that. It's been raining heavy there in southern Lancaster County for an hour. That's a solid soaker right there. Looks like that's kind of maybe losing a little bit of steam, that right there. Let's see, I'm going to zoom in and see where that's at. That is headed towards the other side of 84th. Headed towards Eagle. So if you live in Eagle, heads up. Palmyra, maybe. Guess I can get rid of that. Whoop. Sorry, don't need more than one of me. Severe weather season. Cheers. Yeah, I haven't seen anything for those worried about the tornado threat. It's pretty low right now. See how it's kind of falling apart? When you see this, it's kind of going blah. That's never a good sign that something is sustaining itself. That's why this one's still hanging on. That's why it's still severe over here in East Lincoln. But that's about the only spot, and there's no rotation within that one. still, it's chugging right along. I'm pretty impressed with that. Hey, Tanner, W in the chat, you guys. Thanks, Tanner. Gotta tell my daughter. She's gonna love it. Oh, my son sent me something. That's funny. All right, Jillian. Very cool. Thank you, Tanner. Very appreciative. 1-inch hail reported 5 miles southeast of Lincoln in Lancaster County. So there was enough for, a warranted severe thunderstorm warning. Because if you get at least one report of severe weather hail, that's good. We're not done with storms yet. We'll probably see a little more redevelopment. Look at this over here. See that? And then this. And this is even trying to come back a little bit too. So even though this main line is moving east, there's still some storms out there later tonight. Yeah, Trisha, they call that pulsing. Let's see, that's still 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. Expected, it's probably near Walton right about now, or maybe a little past it. It's moving east at 15 miles per hour. They've already canceled a good part of it, Tim. In fact, this is what it looks like now. Not much left. Will the storms reach Omaha? Certainly possible, Bailey. Certainly possible. Oh, there's more information. Hang on. A severe thunderstorm located 3 miles southeast of Holmes Lake Park. So basically my house. Or 6 miles southeast of Lincoln, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Quarter-inch hail in southeast Lincoln. A public reported quarter-inch hail in southeast Lincoln. This goes until 8 p.m., so a half an hour left on that. So Walton around 7:35, and Eagle shortly after that. Bailey, sure, there's a chance for that. Will the severity drop after the line passes? Oh, second, yeah. The severity potential drops after this line moves through. So really the best chance for severe weather now is basically with this line as it moves to the east. This is kind of a mess, so the severe threat is smaller there now. It could reorganize, but right now it's just kind of a mess. So there you go with that. Ooh. My son just sent me a snap. He was showing me my rain gauge. It had gotten knocked over somehow last night, and so I wasn't able to see how much rain we got from that storm last night. So he set it back up and just sent me how much rain we got. So I missed it. It was a snap. It happened too fast, but it looked like quite a bit of rain. So that's where thunderstorm warning goes until 8 p.m. Looks like something new popping up in northwest Lancaster County. Yeah. Yep, not quite done with these storms yet. Just kind of wanting to continue on. I got a report in Clay County from earlier, about 4 o'clock, so a few hours ago. 2-inch hail. That's impressive. Just had somebody on Facebook yell at me because the roads is no longer Highway 2, it's Nebraska Parkway. Like, jeez. One inch? 1 inch of rain here at the station. That's not bad.
It's over 2 inches in 24 hours.
Yeah. We needed every drop. Answer some of these questions on Facebook. This one will be all right. Dawkins Drive, no thanks. No, it is not a dot matrix printer. Those are cool though. Let's see, missed a few questions here. Jeez. Just jumped. What did I miss about Holmes Lake Park? That's where the storm was. The storm was located southeast of there. This is moving east of Lincoln now, headed towards Unadilla, Elmwood. Is there another threat for tomorrow? No. It will always be Highway 2 to me. Me too. It's just, I mean, come on. South 88th, just south of Southeast Community College. That's a good chunk of, that's almost an inch and a half. That'll do. Do you have to study the storm reports? No. How much rain do I think we got today? Depends. I mean, we're not quite done yet, but we got an inch out at the studio. No such thing, Nathan. Never was, never is. Sun shining and rainy now. I know, that's always my favorite. It's like, how do you predict that? We're going to see a thunderstorm with sunny skies. Looks like the storm is weakening pretty good. It's kind of blowing itself out. It is an old printer, though. It's a Hewlett Packard LaserJet. Ooh. Hmm. I believe the atmospheric stability caused the storms to be non-severe, right? Well, no, we had severe weather. Quite a bit of it, actually. There were tornado warnings, confirmed tornado warnings, large hail, some damaging wind. So no, we had strong storms. A rainbow would be cool. What hours do you work during storm season? Like, do you guys have a set schedule? Monday through Friday, I work 1 p.m. to 1 a.m., and then Jessica works 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. if there's severe weather. Otherwise, we go home before that. 3/4 of an inch at 14th and Superior. Thanks, Todd. I agree, Zach. Both Zachs. Zach and Zach P. Yeah, everything's kind of winding down now. How much rain did the Lincoln area get? About an inch. It's still raining, so it's kind of hard to measure it while it's still raining. Well, Erica, that's a long story. People try to figure out easy ways to explain why things sometimes miss their house. And someone came up with that someday. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's a magical thing around a city that keeps storms away. But it's easier than explaining the scientific reasoning, which takes physics into account and meteorology and things like that. And that's too hard. So just say this keeps storms away, and it's easier. And when it's easier, it spreads. So there you go. Yeah, Nathan, I've thought that too, but there are people that I've run into a lot, especially for the Lincoln version, that swear by it. They literally think it's a thing. So I want to believe you, but I was told there would be no math. Apologies, Jim. Yeah, 1974 Omaha tornado. That anniversary was just not too long ago. Rainbow? Well, let's take a look. Might be able to see that. Yeah, Nathan, 100%, man. I hear from those people all the time too. Maybe Southeast Community College can see it. Maybe ABC Seamless. That's pointed the right way. Ah, dang it. Oh, hi, police officer. Good to see you. Everything's greening up nicely, though, isn't it? No rainbows. I do like rainbows, though. Those are cool. Let me go back to the radar here. What time is it? 7:40. 8 p.m. Okay. So, yeah, you've got a couple of areas trying to reform. So this is kind of splitting off on its own. And now this is trying to bring back. So let's go. So there you go. A couple of different areas now. The severe thunderstorm warning continues in eastern Lancaster County. It's headed towards Odo County now and kind of Cass. Pretty much weakening. It's still in place for another 15, 20 minutes, but I don't think it's severe anymore. What time does this all move out of the... All of it moves out by tomorrow morning. I think we'll still see what's happening if you look here. So you have a low pressure center over here. So you also have kind of a line of storms like this coming around. But you also have this line of storms that comes around as well. So it's possible we see another line try to form. So we're not 100% out of the woods yet. The severe weather threat is going to dwindle as the night progresses, but we could see some more storms overnight. Finally raining in Hickman. That's good. We are still technically in a tornado watch, yes. It's just, it keeps, as the threat moves, they cancel the counties that are no longer in the tornado watch. So it's probably just a matter of time before they, like Saunders, Lancaster, Gage, and Jefferson County, probably going to be let out of that watch next. So we'll see. What exactly is a storm spotter? Sorry. I could be a smartass and say someone who spots storms.
Very accurate.
I'm sorry. I was just like, do I want to be mean? I mean, I don't want to be mean, but do I want to try to be funny? Do you think the tornado watch in Omaha will be extended, or is the risk over at 9? That's, you know what? That's a solid question. I think the storms will probably be there by 9. I don't know if they'll extend it, because I haven't seen a tornado warning in a long time, so they may just let it go. See you, Jem. Thanks for stopping by. This storm got in the way of umpiring tonight. Of all the professions out there, I would not want to be umpires. Whew. What county is Kearney in? Not Kearney County. Okay. Juliana. At least you knew. At least you knew. Now let's see. What do we have going on? Yeah, I think we could probably stop the stream now. I mean, there's nothing left, and it's just kind of fizzled out. If something pops back up, I'll come back online, but we might as well just kind of wrap it up. No more severe weather really expected, I don't think. So thank you to everybody. Thanks for the W's in the chat tonight. Always very, it just blows my mind that you guys are cool like that. So thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time. And Marno, just a small chance. See you guys.